So, today we have a lot of video. We're a cable network. In fact, we're the second largest cable network out there. I think ESPN may be #1, and we got the last market that didn't have the Weather Channel, which was Pasadena, so of all places. So I think in terms of programming and providing video, it's in our DNA. And so we just went through a refresh, and technology comes into play on all of this, where we're now using the Google Stack, which is now allowing us to serve better video ads on our website and on our mobile platforms. And at our size and scale, that really matters. We deal with things like competitive separation, frequency, and so we have the technology now that really allows us to be best in class in the media space. And we have lots of news information around weather, right? So local forecasts, if you want to see shots of storms, we absolutely have that. And next year, there's actually a large investment in what we call the weather enthusiast. And you might say to yourself, well, who's the weather enthusiast? And that's somebody where the weather matters, right? I mean, the weather matters to people that hunt and fish. The weather matters to people that need to work outside, like construction workers. The weather matters to people like me that ride a bike. And so, we've got a content calendar next year around video and our content as a whole that's going to really enable people to connect to the weather. We think that that's where we're strongest, and then also to put a local dimension on that. So competing with Yahoo or AOL at a national level around content, we could do that, but we think we're going to be much stronger if we can talk to people around how the weather enables them to do the things that they do at a local level, because we know that the weather is ultimately hyper-local, and we want our video and our content experiences to match up with that. Before I came in, and before David came in, the question around technology and how we leverage that in the media marketplace was one that it wasn't clear. So for the most part, we were really focused on direct relationships with marketers and agency communities, the agency community and our sales team. Since then, what we've done is we've essentially upgraded our entire technology stack. Based on my previous role, it's pretty clear that the growth in the marketplace and display in particular was largely coming through what people called the programmatic marketplace or the automated marketplace. And the feeling internally was that we hadn't committed as to whether or not that was going to be important to us going forward. So when I came on board, probably the first deal that I signed off on in terms of an expense was upgrading our internal technology on the publisher side to using the latest and greatest from Google in terms of allowing a publisher to really leverage the technology that previously I knew from the buy side or the media agency side. And so it was a big investment. There's a big collaboration with Google. I think they really understand our business based on how data-driven it is, the fact that we are so large in so many different channels from cable to mobile to online. And so we had a very aggressive timeline. We had to be done by September 1st, and we were. So the technology went live on 9/1. It was one of those situations with technology where they always say, you'll never be done on time, and you'll never be done under budget. Fortunately, we can say we were done on time and actually under budget. So what that's allowing us to do is to better work directly with the agencies and the trading desks or the marketers in terms of letting them find the audience that they're looking for in our inventory. In some ways, I think we were fortunate in not being in the first wave of that. So we were able to look at the marketplace. I think we're up in probably the latest, the first up on the latest iteration of DFP, which stands for Dart for Publishers, and we're already seeing an impact. So a large marketer just ran an RFP for their own private marketplace, and out of all the publishers that participated, we're the final 5, which is something that we're really positive about. We've also had another holding company look to develop a private marketplace with a premium publisher, which we've also progressed in. And honestly, 2 months ago, we didn't really have the technology to do that on a scalable basis, and today we do. So we feel really good about that. The other thing that I found that's different from the buy side and on the sell side is we have fantastic software to manage all the different demand sources in the marketplace. So it could be the direct sales channel, it could be an ad network, it could be a marketer direct, it could be a trading desk, but all that demand could be coming through a partner that wants to sell our inventory. We have the software to basically decide who's the best partner. Could be the brand itself, could be what they're willing to pay for the inventory, could be the data that they're looking for. And so we can run an algorithm to essentially decide who we want to do business with against our inventory. It reminds me a little bit like the search marketplace, right? We're basically looking to see who can put the most demand against the inventory, what's going to be the best price, who's the best marketer to have run on the site.